A very good day to everyone. I want to discuss stories, narratives, and the way we are as personal selves, mainly of the narrative kind. I mean, we keep imagining ourselves going across our little stories in space and in time. We even imagine many times our journey across existence as a kind of a journey, a traveling time. It starts at birth, it ends at death, but during that time we have all sorts of adventures. We usually like to listen to stories since our childhood. We like to watch movies, and movies are stories, are narratives, some of them spectacular. We like to read books with stories, and we have our little stories of every day, and some of them are at the prescriptive time. They tell us how to behave. So we know that if we go to a coffee store, we don't want to ask for a pair of shoes or of socks. We know that at the supermarket we don't want to buy tickets to go to the movies, and so on and so on. We have little stories in our mind that are about how things usually go and how they should go, so that we don't get too surprised or things don't get too maladaptive in a way. But then, of course, we keep projecting ourselves in space and time, and we keep projecting many times our aversions and our desires, the way we want things to happen, the way we are afraid things might happen. Well, this is interesting. We can say that usually our personal identity is of the narrative kind, but this also means that through our desires and our aversions, through our unfinished businesses also, we are in a way attached to space and time. We keep projecting ourselves, and we are attached. And perhaps we can go behind this, and we can go beyond this, because there is something else. Because of that, I'm inviting you now to a short meditation. So let's close our eyes. Now, eyes closed, let's notice that in a way we are moving across our own existence. We keep imagining ourselves going through our own personal plays in multiple scenarios, and as we do that, we imagine ourselves sometimes as being the heroes of our own little plays, the ones we play in our minds. Sometimes we are the villains, many times we are the victims, and so on. But as we go across many episodes, both in real, so to say, real life, or in our minds, we keep involving ourselves emotionally, mentally, in our imagination, and with our senses in multiple narratives. We keep projecting ourselves in those narratives. But perhaps there is something else that is of fundamental importance. Wherever we go, we have this inner passenger that is our pure consciousness. We have this narrative self with his stories, but then perhaps we have this inner presence of consciousness that will remain the same before and after each episode, each play of mind and reality. this fundamental thing within that is at the basis of being whatever we think and believe we are. And this inner center of consciousness can have 1,000 faces, can go to 1,000 places, and it can play 1,000 roles. But this inner core of ours is not a story, it's not a role, it's not a place. It stays in permanent present time in a way. It's all the time our essence. It stays here and now, and it stays here and now within ourselves. Whatever we do, whatever the results are, however we feel. So let's stay with this for a few moments. Beyond all narratives, all stories, or projections with fear and desire, something precious within ourselves stays. In a way, we can always take shelter within and just stay with our inner presence. We can return to it. And I feel this is precious. It's precious that we become aware of it and we notice that perhaps there is an inner core of being within ourselves that doesn't really need to go anywhere. It doesn't really need to experience anything specific. It can, in a way, come and go without changing. And this is central to any fellow human being. And this is the idea I wanted to convey now. So let's come back. Let's open our eyes. And of course, I intend to be back with more videos. If you like, please share, comment, subscribe to the channel. See you later.